So comment, subscribe, dislike, or like. Check out the links in the descriptions for other of my sites, other activities that I'm involved in. A whole bunch of Facebook groups you can check out. I play multiple card games, so I do music among other things, so check out the links in the description. This is my Super Shenron Turning the Tides deck. One copy of the leader. 4 Goku Man on a Mission. 4 Android 17 Turning the Tide. 4 Whis Resting Attendant. 4 Majin the Fire West Supreme Time. 4 Oceanus Negative Energy Explosion. 4 Gohan's Baby's Minion. 4 Bubbles. 4 Assembling the Squad. 4 Support of the Dark Empire. 4 Eternal Energy Shift. 4 Goku and Vegeta Jr. Saiyan Scions. 4 Raditz Giant Force. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Goku Protector of the Earth. 7 Dragon Balls. And 1 Pan-Time Patrol Maiden. So right off the bat, obviously this card is the baby Hatchiak of the deck, and this Internal Energy Shift is the Dimension Magic of the deck. That's essentially its purpose to be used, because what you're going to do is use Eternal Energy Shift along with Majin the Fire by Supreme Kai. The idea is you'll tap her for energy to play the Eternal Energy Shift, make an attack, use this card's ability to look at your for your opponent to reveal the top card of their deck if it's a battle card, and more likely it probably will be. Most people play a whole bunch of battle cards in their decks, so then you'll be able to untap a battle card, which will be her, and a energy. So you want to untap a blue energy, right? So she'll be untapped and energy will be untapped. So then you'll still have 2 energies, so you can play stuff like, Oceanus and whatnot. So there's the bit of synergy there. And of course you can do certain chains where you can tap her and an energy to play Oceanus, right? Then use a blue energy to play this, to negate an attack, and then untap her and then untap an energy. So now we have 2 energy again that you can use to potentially maybe play another Oceanus, or have a scenario where you just tap her to play another Eternal Energy Shift if you need to untap her and untap an energy. And then you have like 3 energy, and then you can use that 3 energy for a baby's minion. So that way you have this auto in effect, you have this card's auto in effect. So, and you were able to stop multiple attacks. There's the synergy there. One way to turbo her out, to get her out on turn 2, other than just paying blue energy and playing her, is to play Assembling the Squad. Obviously, pay 2, bring her out. Right. So this will be one of the most common ways you'll get her out onto the field. And the idea is we're trying to ramp up to get at least 2 copies of her out would be nice, because 2 of her out plus 5 energy is 7, and that's Turning the Tides, right? So that's 7 energy. So the idea is obviously we're trying to assembling ramp into Turning the Tides, and then of course we want to Man on a Mission, then drop Turning the Tides. So that way we have 2 crit attackers, so that's 3 damage right there. So of course the goal is to get them down to 4 less life, right? So you can finish them off. And one way we can try to get them down to 4 life is Saiyan Scion, using this turn 1 for 1 energy, swing with it, deal 110, deal them damage, and then -1 to bring up 2 bubbles and swing at them with 2 bubbles. That's 3 damage on turn 1. And like I said, turn 2 you want Assembling the Squad to bring out Majin the Fire or drop her by paying 2. And of course you're going to be using your leader's ability to grab some balls. So you should be grabbing balls every turn, so that we can get to 7 balls in the drop, so that we can awaken. And when you awaken, you can grab your Assembling Squad back from the drop, so that way you could play it again. Of course you can use the leader's effect to play it for free, so you can bring out Majin the Fire a second copy out for free, right? And so that's just more ramping and gets you closer, to be able to play stuff like 17 turn ties. Something you might want to do is play, obviously, Goku Protector of the Earth because of its auto plus its -2 ability to clear opponent's board, and increases your chances of getting to your next turn. And it has been doing that for me many of times. So get you to the next turn so that we can pay 7 and drop turning ties after you man on a mission. And it wouldn't be that hard to meet man on missions requirements to overwhelm 6 because you will have 7 balls for him. So that won't be that hard to get him out there free and then drop turning the tides. And then you have 2 attackers that can deal your opponent crit damage. And then, just finish them off with whatever else you got. If you got a Raditz, try and force him to play or something like that, you could swing with that. We got Baby's Minion, we got Oceanus, obviously, as Floodgate negates. This helps us, try to get to the next turn. Because remember, we're ramping, we're stalling, ramping's all right. So turn 1, you're going, you're trying to do, 3 damage. Right, turn 2, you're ramping. Right, turn 3, put up a wall. Right, put up your defense. And from turn 3 until turning the tides, you're keeping your defenses up. That's where all these, negates and here's your free negate. We can negate an attack and create a blocker token, so you can potentially stop 2 attacks with that. You have 5 or less life. And of course, Eternal Energy has a lot of little, bit of synergy with Pageman the Fire, so there's synergy there. And of course, we have MISCS just to give us further ramp. So if you need to play him, you play him. Try to be careful. Make sure you grab all your balls before you play MISCS, because you don't want MISCS grabbing your balls and putting into your energy area. And Pan, she's just you have her. She's a hatchet. She'll further help you, get to that turn where you're gonna turn in the tides, right? That's the whole idea. Turn by turn by turn, and then turning the tides on your opponent, and then swing for game. And if you by just so happen to have 37 cards, 30 cards plus the 7 balls, you can use the leader's ability to get an extra turn if you need an extra turn to win. So that's potential there, but we're really just going for the turn in the tides strategy. And that's the end of the video.